Hello guys!
Hello guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel! So for today's video, I have a special guest right here. Well, technically he's not a special guest because he's part of this video after all.
So I'm not special, is that what you're saying?
Nah, you're not a special guest. You're not guest.
Watch your words, bye-bye.
Today is a very special day for both of us because today we're celebrating our 6-year anniversary. Yay!
Wow.
And yeah, and we have iced coffee right here and some chips.
Lots of snacks.
Yeah, some snacks para habang nag-uusap kami, kain-kain muna kami.
Gotta maintain the build-up.
Yeah, that's right. For today's video, we're going to talk about the reasons why he waited for almost 6 years.
For our 6-year anniversary, we have 6 reasons for why we waited this long to get married.
Yes, you get it right. Yeah, but before that, we would like to thank our subscribers and viewers. Yeah, thank you for supporting us guys so much. And I would like to flex my clothes for today, my dress. I bought it from Shopit, so we have a video for that. If you haven't watched the video, I'll just put the link here, right here, yeah, or anywhere above, so you can watch it. So we move to our first reason. First reason is I need to finish my study. Back in the day, I was studying while we're still dating. I was only 18 years old, yeah, when we officially together, and he was only 23 years old that time. So I had to finish my study in college before we finally get married. Yeah, so it takes a while. I know it takes a while.
Yeah.
But we managed it, and now we're here.
It was worth it in the end.
Am I worth it, Scan?
Of course. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also would like to thank my husband because without his help, I would not be able to finish my study back in college. He was the one who supported
Your education.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and it was tough time for him as well because he was studying at the same time while he's supporting me. So it was a brave decision you made, and yeah.
Sure.
And thank you so much for that, my love. Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, your education was also important because we needed that as one of the requirements for family reunification.
Yeah.
Yes.
So our second reason is I'm not old enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm infant.
Very small baby.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not old enough to stay here in Denmark, but I am old enough to get married.
Yes.
Yes. So, how am I going to explain that once again?
Well, the reasoning behind it, as the government here says, is that the minimum requirement for family reunification is 24 years, and it is mostly aimed towards the fact that they would like for people to finish their studies before they start moving abroad and getting married and all those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. My boob is popping up.
Someone's popping.
Sorry. So I need to be 24 years old in order for me to stay here in Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get married if you wanted to, but I'm not able to stay here in Denmark for like longer time.
You could come here on a tourist visa, but you can't apply to stay and live here as my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why he also needs to wait for a few years.
Yeah. It required a lot of patience, but we managed it anyway.
Yeah, we managed it. So our third reason financial means, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have this financial stability for future plans and everything, all of that.
Because here in Denmark, there's also that you need 106,000 Danish kroner set aside to actually apply for family reunification. It is to prevent people from just coming up here and applying for welfare and then being a burden on the welfare system here. Yeah, it is quite harsh because it's a very, very large amount. But yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
So we needed to save that one up so we could actually get approved. Because if we don't have that amount, they'll just say, oh, you can't afford to get family reunified and get denied. And then you go back to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the sad part there. So our fourth reason is I need to visit the country first.
Yeah.
Why? Why, my love?
Well, we talked about that one a long time ago. We felt that it was a good idea for you to actually come up here and see what Denmark was like.
Yeah.
Both, you know, culture-wise and how the people were here and how the country was as a whole.
Yeah.
So that you could decide for yourself whether you would actually thrive living here. Before getting locked down in marriage.
Yeah, exactly. So that's also one of the reasons. Because he wanted me to visit Denmark first to actually see what Denmark is. If I like the weather, if I like the culture, if I like the country itself, or if I like the people here.
Yeah.
So because he thinks that it would be unfair to me if I would stay here if I don't like the country. So
exactly.
Yeah, so he wanted me to experience what Denmark is first.
Yeah. It was important to me that you could actually be happy being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our fifth reason is, what is the fifth? Living together. We wanted to experience what it feels like to live together before we actually getting married.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted me to visit Denmark first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because on a tourist visa, you could actually stay with me for 3 months.
Yeah.
Where we could experience living together, just the two of us alone.
Yeah.
Get to know each other on a more personal level. Because, you know, online dating is difficult. Because in certain circumstances, you only show a certain side of yourself when you're dealing with a person online.
Yeah.
And sometimes a lot of faults and problems don't really show up, because if you're in a bad mood, then it's unlikely that you're going to engage in a long-winded chat with someone you're dating online. Right?
Yeah.
And it's much easier for you to hide your emotions when you're dealing with a chat with text boxes, because, you know, you can hide a lot of different emotions behind the simple smiley face.
That's right. naman ako. But it's also quite hard when we actually living together, because we have this disagreements and we have this miscommunications and all of that, but we handled it so well.
Yeah.
And also the temptation is very hard, my love. Yeah, I really, really admire my husband, because when we started dating, I told him that I wanted to.
Yeah, you wanted to be abstinent until marriage.
Yeah, I wanted to remain pure until we get married, and it was like a what do you call that? A test for both of us when we, you know, when we living together, to resist the temptations, but we made it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's also I really love about him, because he's really, really true to his words that, you know, I will never touch you, I will respect your decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what would be the point of going through all of this? To bring you up here and to have you living with me, if I was just going to go and be unfaithful with some Danish girl.
Yeah.
What would be the point in even going long distance in the first place then?
Yeah. wedding.
Cheesy.
Cheesy. The last one will be that's fifth now.
Yeah, that was 5.
I was fifth now. Oh,
So
the
we're
bottom.
getting 6.
I forgot. I'm so forgetful. I need the memory plus gold. Yeah. Yeah. And the sixth and very important thing is the perfect timing. Why it's perfect timing?
Because everyone has a special time of year that they would like to get married. In a place like Denmark, where we don't have the best weather a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rain, cold
Yeah.
weather.
I agree to that.
Yeah.
Because the weather here in Denmark is very unpredictable.
Yeah.
Some, like, for example, in the morning it's very sunny, and then later on, like after a few hours, it's raining na, and then it's gray skies and cloudy. Oh my god, it's quite boring. Sure, I'm so sorry for the word, but then, yeah, I'm very harsh. It's quite boring, the weather here.
It's like that for Danish people too.
Yeah.
Like if you know you're gonna talk to some strangers and you want to break the ice, so to speak, you can always complain about the weather here. Yeah. Everyone has something bad to say about the weather here.
Yeah.
So that's a way for new people to bond, at least here in Denmark. It's like, oh yeah, all about that crappy weather. Nah.
Yeah, it's all about weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it takes time for us to decide which date, which month, which year that we're going to get married, because at the same time we're also thinking about our guests.
Yeah, exactly. Because people actually needed to be available to attend our wedding. That is also a reason why we decided for it to be during December. Because around the time when we started actually getting into planning our wedding, it was already summer. And planning a wedding and sending out invites like a month before it actually happens, like that is a little bit too rushed for most people. So we likely wouldn't get any guests. Yeah. So that's why we moved it to December.
Yeah, remove.
Yeah. Remove the dates.
Remove the date. Yeah, we moved the date. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, a lot of people like a Christmassy wedding. Yeah.
Yeah,
We made
exactly.
it Christmas themed because of December.
But we're also planning to get married in the Philippines. We don't know yet, but we're planning to, to have a wedding there so that my family could also, witness our special moment. So I hope that you learned something from us, and see you on our next vlog. This is...
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.